Gentlemen and ladies, this is the Glitter Band, and they're singing Let's Get Together Again. We're going to bring them down a little bit, let them play in the background. Um, yeah, got to just make sure that I'm able to hear so I can give you guys, because the artist that I play, you might as well know who it is instead of it just playing in the background. Might as well give them credit because they put forth the blood, sweat, and tears through the years to get their sound out there. And whether or not everybody appreciates it or not, whether or not everybody likes it or not, they deserve the credit. Okay? All right, ladies and gentlemen, just like I'm about to give a young man some credit. His name is Thomas Clark Nelson. Okay, I recently did some research and it appears that Mr. Clark Nelson is no longer with us, but I'm not sure. I do know that his documents are on archive.org. Okay, please understand, I have gone over each one of the articles that I found because someone sent it to me. Miss Francis sent it to me. And when Francis sent that to me, I received How Congress Conned Americans Out of the Inalienable Right to Liberty into Voluntary Servitude. Okay, they did it with this amendment, a political Trojan horse. Then Purging America of the Matrix, a simple handling of a demand from a tax collector. And how to use a car without the need of a driver's license. Now pay attention. If I click on this, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick. Oh my goodness, it's not available. What do we do? Ladies and gentlemen, what you do is you take this because Thomas Clark, his documents are pretty popular. Oh, I don't want to click on it again. I wasn't trying to click on it again. Would you stop already? Dude. Okay, we're going to highlight it, and then we're going to right click, not left click, right click, and we're going to do search. Now mine allows me to search with, so we're going to hit Google. Google, 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 Google. Oh, anyway, we're going to go to Google, okay? And when we get to Google, what are we going to do next? Just be patient and wait, and I'll tell you. Dude, all right, you see this one? E-concurrent. Okay? You're going to click on that. Why? Because it's going to do this. Well, technically, stop it. We don't have to do that. We already have it open. See? E-concurrent. Divine files. And then it talks about how to use a car without the need of a driver's license. PDF. And you'll get the PDF. I knew that there were 5. We couldn't find them before. So watch and see what happens. There's one more that you're not going to be able to get. All the other ones are at archive.org. Okay? We don't need these articles right here, people. Don't go to these other people. Wait, who's this? Because we got a lot of 70s music. This is the Soul Generation. And what y'all singing, Soul Generation? Super fine. Okay, so Super Fine by the Soul Generation. All right? Just so y'all can know. Now, we got how to get insurance without a license. And you notice how it says driver's license suspended? Well, we weren't looking for this, were we? What do you do when your driver's license is suspended, but you need insurance on a car titled to you? There are, however, laws in every state not allowing someone without a driver's license or a permit. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we don't want this junk here. None of this stuff applies to us. This is him letting you know why you don't need a driver's license. Now, the reason why I'm showing you Thomas Clark Nelson is I'm going to show you something unique about Thomas Clark. Now, this one, How Congress Conned Americans, let's do this. We're going to do the search again. Okay? And we're going to do our Google search. Okay, now while it's doing the Google search, let me show you why. We're going to do it only on the first and the last. Everything else pulls up. But the first and the last have been removed. Item not available. I don't know why Archive took them down, but you notice they might be because they're the more controversial ones. Okay? Congress counting Americans and how to use a car without a need of a driver's license. The more controversial ones, and you can also see how people will take this information out of context. But anyway, E concurrent is the one that I found them on both. Okay, so we're gonna go. You see it? It pulls it up. Let me tell you something about Thomas Clark that most of you don't know. And I know why you don't know it. Because you didn't go over his articles. See, he published this in 2013. When he published this, he talks about the fact that he did the research. Okay? Now let me show you what type of research Thomas Clark Nelson did so that you guys will get it. That's the prelogue. See, that's where the preface and prelogue and him telling you everything he done did and all the research he done did, and he tells you about how the District of Columbia Municipal Corporation incorporated February 21, 1871 by the February 21st, 1871 Act. Okay, oh, look at that. And he talks about the NDAA. Interesting. The National Defense of America Act. Okay? NDAA. They renew it every December. Pay attention. December 31st. You're going to hear something about the president renewing it. And if you don't hear about it, do your research on it. You'll find that he's going to be signing it and introducing it again because every year they're declaring a national emergency. That's why it's the National Defense of America Act, because we're still in a state of national emergency. See, now Congress, it says how, I said now, how Congress conned Americans out of the unalienable, and there is inalienable and unalienable, and alienable, and blah, 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 unalienable. Okay, anyway, to voluntary servitude. What's the voluntary servitude? Well, Thomas Clark Nelson explains it. Oh, by the way, you see this right here? This is Thomas Clark Nelson letting you know that he's done the research. Okay. Wait, is this my girl? This better be my girl Leela. Leela James. There you go. That's my girl, y'all. Leela James. All right. She's got that voice, y'all. Okay. He gives you definition, meaning of terms. He's not giving you his opinion. For the most part, he's taking you to the law. You see, if it wasn't for Thomas Clark Nelson, I would not have known about the statutory interpretation. Okay? The so-called 9 so-called foundational principles of statutory interpretation, I would not have known about that. It's because I went over everything that he wrote. I looked up all of the case law, looked up all of the terms, studied this. I was on vacation. It was my legal research studying course that I was going through. Okay? To secure the blessings of liberty for ourselves and our prosperity, to ordain and establish this Constitution of the United States of America. Okay? The purpose of the Constitution of the United States of America of March 4th, 1789, as declared by the preamble thereto, among other things, is secure the prosperity, secure in perpetuity, for the author and source thereof, the people of the United States, i.e., people of the United States as a group, not a person, i.e., the American people and their descendants, the aforesaid unalienable, see, remember you have alienable, unalienable, inalienable, unalienable. Okay, those words are not interchangeable, but you'll see them used all the time. Okay? Well, let's get back up there. Okay. I.e., the unalienable rights of liberty. To wit. To wit. Anyway, we the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, to establish justice and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our prosperity, our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. Emphasis added. What emphasis is he talking about? You see the underline? The original preamble wasn't underlined. So that's the emphasis he's talking about. Unalienable constitutional right of liberty. Then he goes and he explains, people, and he breaks it down. Okay? He breaks down the legalese so that you can understand it. And he lets you know where he's going. Bouvier's Law Dictionary. Because you're dealing with legalese words. Pay attention. Whereas today, the pronoun United States is a term of art. And in nearly all uses means the District of Columbia only. Now it says documented documented throughout this document on March 4th, 1789. United States means the collective of several commonwealths united by or under that certain Constitution of March 4th, 1789. Independent Hall, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Okay? Now, again, hey, this is my boy Grandmaster. This is Don't Push Me, y'all. Because I'm close to the edge. And I'm trying not to lose my head, you know? If you don't know about Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5 and this rap called The Message, which was the second most fundamental rap in the early history of rap. You had Rapper's Delight, and then you had this rap. And if you watch the TV series, The Get Down, that's what you heard me say, The Get Down. It is a unique perspective on that time period. Well, anyway, due process clause. Due course of law, due process of law of the land. He explains everything here. That's why you are always hearing me talk about due process. Okay? Because these all deal with due process. By the common law adopted by the Constitution. The Constitution recognizes common law. Look, ladies and gentlemen, this is how when I say they did not have the authority to suspend the Constitution. Now, he's going to talk about jurisdiction from the Matrix. Okay? Y'all know about jurisdiction? Don't you give me that jurisdiction stuff. You know, that's what the police officer, when he's waiting for Trinity to come out of the building because he sent some officers up there. Well, that's the jurisdiction. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, he explains what jurisdiction is. I've told you where the documents are. Go back to the beginning of the video or go to archive.org. Purging America, the Matrix is what this one is called. Okay, and you'll pull up, I just did Thomas Clark Nelson. Let me show you so that you guys are not all over the net. I want you to understand. Archive.org, the site that is associated with Thomas Clark Nelson, so I typed in Thomas Clark Nelson. Okay, I didn't go to all of this junk down here. I just clicked on Purging America. This is archive.org. It took me to this. And for all of the documents that are no longer on archive.org because they took them down for some reason or another, and I can only believe it's because maybe certain parts of the information was not correct. Okay? But what I want to tell you is the research is on point. Plenary! I like that word. I had to look it up and do the research on plenary. Complete in every respect. Absolute, perfect, or unqualified. Some courts have plenary powers. Thus, they say they have complete powers. Look, common law. In Great Britain and the United States, the unwritten law, the law that receives its binding force from immemorable usage and universal reception. In distinction from the written and the statute law, the body of rules, principles, or customs which have been received from our ancestors, by which the courts have been governed in their judicial decisions. Ladies and gentlemen, they have been claiming that they got rid of common law. Okay? Those of you who are dealing with cases, documents like this, especially from someone like Thomas Clark Nelson, who goes through the trouble and breaks everything down. Guess what I did? I put this stuff in my case. Now, I'm not saying that you should put it in your case, because if you put something like this in your case and you don't understand what it's talking about, then you're a fool. Hey, y'all know my girls in Vogue? I take you back, oh my dear. Okay, in Vogue, ladies and gentlemen. Since you've been away. A young man named Mark had a brand new Camaro when this song came out. He had his speakers, had his speaker box, had his amplifier, had his EQ. And when he came down the street playing this song, I had a big, huge Kool-Aid smile on my face because I was proud to know that man and proud to know that car because the bass coming out of that car was on hit. Okay? And I got to sit up there and ride around with everybody doing y'all remember the Minister Society? Okay, that's what was going on. Tell them about it, in Vogue. All right. Anyway, notice what he says. The terms of legislative power, or in terms of legislative power within the Union, the Constitution limits Congress to subject matter jurisdiction only, not territorial or personal jurisdiction, and provides in Article 1, Section 8 of the Constitution these following understandings of what jurisdiction Congress had, including in enacting the so-called Bankruptcy Act of March 9th, 1933, which means they did not have the power respecting the Union of States. Okay? In certain geographical areas without the Union, however, the Constitution in the same and another section authorized Congress to exercise exclusive legislative power. To wit, Congress shall have the power to exercise exclusive legislation over such district. That's why every county, every state, every city is a district. It is from his documents that I did the research and found out about the state of New Columbia. It was by doing research, because I don't just take somebody's word for something, people. I had to search what he was talking about. So I went to the article, I read the article, I saw this is what it said, and then when I read his definition as to what territories Congress actually covers and what territories they don't cover, it brought me right to this understanding that Congress only has jurisdiction over the District of Columbia. Oh, he's the one that even goes about helping you to understand that you cannot define a word with a word. Now everybody knows that you cannot use a word in its own definition to define what that word means. Such as you can't say, well, a dog is a man's best friend as being the definition of dog. You cannot use the word to define the word. A car, well, a car is an automobile or a car or a vehicle. Okay, you cannot use the word to define the word. According to statutory interpretation, if it is absurd, if it does not fit, you can ignore it. Take it out, get rid of it. Thomas Clark Nelson is the one who put me on that track into understanding that. He didn't tell it to me. He encourages you to do the research. Give Thomas Clark his credit. Okay? We're talking about Thomas Clark, y'all. Now, again, some of his points I don't actually agree with, but I'm going to tell you, for the sake of you can't knock the fact that this man did a ton of research. Now, pay attention. We can free the slaves from involuntary servitude and at the same time subject everyone, including the slaves, to voluntary servitude based on their erroneous belief that they reside in a state and the United States and are citizens of the United States, all of which terms, of course, shall mean the District of Columbia. Okay? District. They call it a district for a reason. Okay, now, What does he do? He sends you to archive.org, Purging America the Matrix. Okay? And there he explains what the district is. Okay? Just that simple. Now let's continue. We're not going to go over those articles. I'm just pointing some things out for you. Now, let's find out what it says here. A policy of stealth and insidious incrementalism. Okay, statutes. Hey, is this, who's this guy? Groove me. Guy, y'all, from New Jack Swing. New Jack City. Y'all remember New Jack Swing and New Jack City? Anyway, below, statutory citations omit surplus language in strict conformance with the rules and principles of statutory interpretation. That's where I got that from. I told y'all I got it from Thomas Clark Nelson. What did I do when I got that? Well, I went down here and I read it. Okay? Statutory interpretation of rules of statutory. And this by quoted in Nelson, and he talks about the car, driver's license, and all that. Well, I went to the Elizabeth Martin, the Oxford University, the interpretation, rules of statutory interpretation. I went to this right here. And I went and I looked it up, and let me tell you something. I read them general principles and rules of statutory interpretation, and I started understanding them statutes a whole lot better. I did videos telling y'all need to do the same thing because Thomas Clark Nelson helped me to understand I need to do the same thing. Now let's find out. June 30th, and these are the acts I was putting in my documents. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't tell you to do what I did, but I do know this, that when I started bringing forth these arguments in my case, in the other cases of the individuals whose paperwork I was handling, for instance, you see this information right here? Right here. Come here. Come on now. Keep going. Keep going. This information right here. When I was putting this information in the paperwork, all these dates and all these acts, let me tell you something. All of a sudden, people were having their charges cut in half. Charges dropped. They were offering them this and they were offering them that and promising them this and promising them that. I'm not lying to you. I became the most popular person in that facility. Why? Because what I was doing with the help of the God that I serve, gotta say that because it's absolutely necessary. I can't take no credit. I can't take no credit for any of it. Come on now. I'm trying to copy. Let's do it. I got a different way. Hey, baby, groove me. You hear him? All right. That's Guy, y'all. Tonight. That's what I want you to do. See, the term statutory interpretation refers to an action of a court in trying to understand and explaining the meaning of a piece of legislation. Many cases go on appeal on a point of interpretation. Indeed, Lord Helsham, a senior English judge, once said, probably 9 out of 10 cases heard by the Court of Appeals and the House of Lords turn upon or involve the meaning of words contained in a statute or secondary legislation. That's why you always see them arguing the meaning of the law. Okay, these are your statutes of interpretation, people. I did the video on it. And so when I was sitting up here looking for Thomas Clark Nelson, this article came up. Okay, so there you go. And all I did, see, and Thomas Clark Nelson, the term statutory or statutory terms in Thomas Clark Nelson. Okay, so there you go. All right, now let's go on because I want to show you what I did in those cases so y'all understand. We're going to do paste. Uh-oh. It ain't going to give it to me. You see what it did? I didn't want that. I don't want that. I want the section I was highlighting. So let's see if we can groove me, baby. Oh, this is Jason Mars. Y'all know Jason, don't y'all? He sings a song called Plain. Playing rings in my hair. Anyway, Plane, lovely song. Look, I had not heard of Jason Mars before I heard Plane, but then I downloaded all of his stuff. I didn't know he had that many albums. And I know some of you, oh yeah, you know Jason, man, Jason has been around for a long time. I've been knowing Jason since I was 5 years old. Now I'm 110. Okay, I know some of you out there knew about Jason way before I did, and that's okay. I'm not running a competition here. Okay? This ain't a competition, people. See, it won't let me copy what I just copied. And that's a shame. So what is this one? This one is How Congress Conned. So we can go to How Congress Conned, okay? Got to go to downloads, and it's not in this downloads folder. All right. I will check that out in a minute. Let's do documents, and we're going to go, let's see, I'm going to try. You want to get free? Jason Mars, people. Come on now. You should own your name and stand up tall, people. So let's open this with Microsoft. Come on, Microsoft Word. It's talking about beauty, y'all. It's talking about me. Oh God, I am so beautiful. Anyway, the point is, I'm going to show you what I did in the cases. As a matter of fact, I don't need Microsoft Word to do that for you. I can go back here and show it to you. See all of these acts? I put the act of June 30th, 1864, the act of April 9th, 1866, the April. This is the fundamental act. This is when the United States became a corporation. This is where the District of Columbia and the United States were joined together. You don't believe me? Be it enacted that all that part of the territory of the United States included within the limits of the District of Columbia be the same as hereby created into a government by the name of the District of Columbia, by which name it is hereby constituted a body corporate for municipal purposes, and may contract or be contracted with. What type of contract? Voluntary servitude, people. Sue or be sued, plea or be impleaded, have, seal, or exercise all of the powers of a municipal corporation. Okay, they are a corporation, people. Okay, Section 18, be it further enacted that the legislative power of the district shall extend to all rightful subjects of legislation within the district. Pay attention, this is Key Sweat, y'all. Sail, and baby, I want to give you your love. Tell me. Oh, people say he sounds like a sheep. Okay, I don't care. I think this is a very unique singer. I like his music, except for the overly sexual junk. I don't think so. But anyway, let's get back to March 9th, 1878. Okay, February 13th, that's the Federal Reserve Act. 1913. Okay, without regards any census or enumeration. Excise tax. See, this is what they did. And this is what he did for you. He put all of this here for you. Case law, everything. Gave you the whole history. This is where I got DC code 1-101 through 1-105 to prove the whole George Washington town. That Washington, D.C. was named after George Washington, and it was named after his corporation. It tells you right there in the DC code. Okay? So many things have gone on in these statutes, but we got people bringing up HJR 192, HJR 192, HJR 192. I've been telling you to get that junk out of your head. HJR 192 has nothing to do with nothing. It is the March 9th, 1933 Act. that started the bankruptcy. But it is the, pay attention, February 21st, 1871 Act that started the corporation. See? Remain and continue as a municipal corporation. This is 1878. This is 7 years after it said act providing a permanent form of government for the District of Columbia. Now you think that the District of Columbia is just DC. No, that's why every city is called a district. And as I was explaining to someone yesterday, because the Potomac River is said to be a border for the district, you need to pay attention why they said the Potomac River, okay, and not several miles or feet off the blah, blah, blah in the Potomac River at this margin, at this latitude and longitude. The reason why they didn't do that is because rivers flow forever. Let's do that. There you go, telling me no again. I just put rivers flow forever. Just a statement I just made up because I ain't never said it like that before, y'all. So there you go, telling me no again. Yes, you can't be telling me no. Telling me no. I need. No, that's not what I need. Oh, how did I open up that? I didn't ask for that. Get rid of that. Let's go here. No. What can I do? 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 What will it take? Oh, Tupac, a river that flows forever. Ladies and gentlemen, I didn't know Tupac wrote a poem called A River That Flows Forever, or even a song. But Tupac Shakur, A River That Flows Forever. Maybe he was talking about this. See, it says, as long as some suffer, the river flows forever. Ladies and gentlemen, rivers never end. Okay? I wasn't looking for Tupac. That one even says the river that flows forever. SC River forever. No. You know what, Tupac? I'm going to give you a listen because I ain't heard that from you. This seems like Etta James or one of them. Jeffrey Osborne. Okay. That's Jeffrey, y'all. Uncharted River. TH, give me a second, HEORY. Legal theory. As a matter of fact, let's do legal theory and not just theory. Because you saw me say legal theory. So let's do LEGAL theory. Let's do, go here, paste, do that, and then we go here. For Mother, Tupac, a handwritten poem. I'm sorry, I saw the all aside thing. No. I'm just. The United States Supreme Court reported certain determinations which water which flows through the Colorado River every year, the master 3 theories of international law on the diversions of rivers. Okay, is it possible for an ocean to have a river flowing from it? Normally, a lake will have freshwater rivers flowing into it from a higher ground, and a river flowing out of it to the sea, freshwater sources for most living things. Also, the settlement would slowly accumulate, and I don't think it can last forever. I'm not looking for that. I just want you to know that rivers flows into larger bodies of water. Most rivers will end up flowing into the ocean. Since the Potomac River flows into larger bodies of water and then eventually into the ocean, which flows into other oceans, and if you go on YouTube, you can see where saltwater and freshwater come together, or where two different oceans meet, especially where the Atlantic and the Pacific Ocean meet. You will be very interested in that because YouTube, there are videos. Okay, the theory is a river never stops flowing. It just goes into larger bodies of water. So that's why they listed the boundary of DC as being a river, so that its borders continue throughout the entire world, which is why they've exercised jurisdiction over everything. Okay? Cannot spontaneously flow in a cold object. Not looking for that. Show you theoretical maximum efficiency stream engine. No, not looking for that. I can't show it to you because it's not possible for me to show it to you because I don't know the actual statement. And you know, somebody just told me how to do research on Google when I'm looking for something. Says the idea that time flows like a river, not looking for time flowing. We're gonna do runs. Don't want a river runs through it. I know a river runs through it. Didn't ask for a river runs through it. Nobody said anything about a river runs through it. Look, ladies and gentlemen, that's the other thing about my videos. We do research together. Okay? A body of water completely surrounded by land, mountains, high, the place where rivers empties into a larger body of water. Let's see, a river or a stream that flows into a larger body of water, a stream, canal, man-made waterways connecting the two bodies of water designed to shorten time, blah, blah, blah. It's because it flows into a larger body of water, and since the components of the river is now in the larger body of water, you can say that that river continues. Okay? And pay attention. Rivers and large streams of water that flow into lakes, oceans, and another body of water source. Why? Why is it that way? Why do they do that? Because they like to get very technical. And that's what they're doing with you. So let's get back to the Thomas Clark Nelson. Hopefully my Windows it doesn't look like it did it, y'all. It said, nope, we ain't pulling it up for you. We not converting that to Word. The reason why I can't convert it to Word the way I want it to convert to Word is because of the way the document is designed. So let's close this. Okay. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go back here and we're going to open it up with my PDF editor. And I should do this. Watch this. Combine. Where's my combine? There we go. We're going to combine. Like Columbine. That's what we're going to do. See, and it says, do you want to combine? It may not let me do it because of exactly. It doesn't like the formatting of the document, so that's why it won't let me combine. Now, I'm going to try something. You see, this document is locked, so I can't do any editing, which is why it wouldn't open up in Word. So watch this. Save as. We're going to save it as PDF. We're going to save it as this PDF here, okay? And we're going to do number 2, and then we're just going to save. Nope, it doesn't like it. It says document is secured, so it didn't fix it. I'm gonna have to try it at a different time. So there is a way for me to do it. I've done it once, and I have not been able to do it again. So let's see. Save to. Nah, that one won't work. I did believe that I did do it this way, and I clicked. I can't save it as a doc. It won't save as a doc. Let's see if we can save it this way. And we're going to save it. No. Let's get back my 2. Uh-oh. Didn't mean to do that. Got to go Control Z. Whew. Didn't mean to do that. Lose everything that way. Nope. It still didn't do it. Okay. Shut up. Okay. Let me put y'all on pause. Let me see if I can get this done, y'all. Hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to listen to a little bit of self-destruction because you're headed for self-destruction. But while we're listening to a little bit of self-destruction, if you ever get a PDF that is locked, okay, I want you to pay attention. If you ever get a PDF that is locked and you want to unlock that PDF, this is how you do it. It took me a minute to realize. I thought it was how I saved it. It is not how you saved it. It is how you print it. So pay attention. I clicked print. In print, you see it says Microsoft Print to PDF. That's how I'm going to save it. Let's get rid of my self-destruction video window and watch this. Pay attention because I want you to see it because I'm only going to show it to you once. You only get to see it once. Watch. Print. Blah, 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 blah. This is the new document. Okay? It says it already exists. Oh no, it ain't gonna let me save it. No, it ain't gonna let me save it that way. Nope, let's go back here. And then we have to see every time my mouse clicks on it, my mouse so sensitive, y'all. It is so sensitive. I tried to tell it don't be so sensitive, but it's sensitive. Now watch, watch. No error messages. Watch. We just printing it. Now watch what happens. Some of you know that you run into problems with it being locked. Especially you do a lot of California documents. I've been trying to remember how I did this, and I just remembered I put you guys on hold for less than 30 seconds. And then I remembered you print it, but not on a printer. You print it in digital format to PDF. Once you print it to PDF, you can now edit the document. Just edit it away. Just be editing and editing. See, 42 pages, 43 pages, 48 pages, 49,000 pages, 285, 49 pages. You see, it's just up 60%. Okay, like the stock market can never be up 60%. All right, just about done. Oh God, he's just trying to be entertaining. Is he trying too hard, Grandma? Oh, Sonny, I think he's trying way too hard. But you shut up because he gonna hear you. And you know once he hears you, you know how you gonna just start talking. So just be quiet. Let him finish what he's doing. Okay, Grandma, I won't say nothing else to him. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, 85 pages worth of this document is printing up in digital format. You see? That's my printer. You're headed for self-destruction. Self-destruction. D Nice! You know, D Nice, my best friend at the time that D Nice was becoming D Nice wasn't, I didn't really like D Nice, but he had a couple of hits that were okay. Well, my best friend's girlfriend started hanging out with D Nice. And he was so jealous of this so-called D Nice. Well, she ended up dumping D Nice and coming back to my friend. Okay? But that's just one of those stories. I have plenty of those type of stories. Now here's another document that was PDF. Now watch, I'm going to hit print. It's going to take me here, and I'm just going to go print. And it's only 30 pages. And this is the affidavit. Let's do this one. Yes. Okay, it's only 30 pages, so it'll be a whole lot quicker. And then when both of these open up, it's over. I don't know who this is, y'all. I think the music is bubblegum. You know, the kind of stuff that you just hated it. Okay. It really is the kind of music that I can say, oh, it's the Big Time Rush. No wonder. I don't like Big Time Rush, y'all. But why are you playing them then? Because they're on my music list. I told you, music connoisseur. Okay? The Big Time Rush, a lot of music. I'm not a big fan because it's a Big Time Rush. Okay? Now I want you to pay attention, ladies and gentlemen. No lock. No lock. Wait. Hold on. Edit content. No, we want edit form. Okay, now let's scroll down. Wait a minute, I can't edit. Oh, edit comment. That's what I need to do. Hold on. Where's my editing ability? It won't let me edit. Edit form. The other one lets me edit, so let me find out where it's going to let me edit at. So it'll be 1 second, y'all. Because, oh, by the way, what you didn't know, like this one has the lock. All of this is grayed out. No, all of this is grayed out. Okay, now remember I took away the lock. So let's open that one up. Party like a rock star. Okay, now we got edit form. Watch this. Then it's got to be edit comment. I know one of them, this is edit comment. Okay, it lets me edit, get rid of things. Okay, that's how this is PDF editor. Okay, this is PDF exchange editor. Exchange without the E, see? Exchange editor. Well, let's get back to this document. We did edit comment, and now I can edit. Woo. Now, what I want to do is I don't care about that. I don't care about really editing this. What I want is the part where we start with the acts. Not there. Not there. We got franchise. Hold on. Not there. Not there. Not there. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh, you done missed it. You told me to wait for it. Well, you waited too long. Okay, hold on, people. We almost ain't there. I don't know what page it was on, ladies and gentlemen. Well, basically, you see where Thomas Clark took the dates of each of the acts? Not person, not driver. Is this the... Oh, how to use a car without a driver? No, that's not the one. That's why I can't find it, because this is the how to use a car without a driver's license one. No, I want the Congress, how Congress doped the people into being stupid. So, sorry, I got to print this one. And then I'm going to take that and then I'm going to save it to Word. So you got to hold on a second. That one was 80 pages. This is only 30, so this is going to take the same amount of time as the other one took. But remember, all I am doing, where's my How Congress? It may not do it because I have it open. This is Prince, y'all. This is extraordinary. He's talking about me, y'all, because I's extraordinary. Now, he's not talking directly about me, but he's talking about me. You know what I'm saying? Because he knows I'm extraordinary. Okay, you got to add a little bit of spice, a little bit of seasoning. You got to have some extra. So he knows that I am not ordinary, but I'm extraordinary. So let's do the date modified. And no, I have to refresh the page. So give me a second. There we go. Nope, that's not it. That didn't do it. Like I said, it may let me do it, but it didn't look like it let me do it. So let me open. Nope, it didn't do it because it's still locked. So I can't save it by the same name because as you saw, it's open, so it won't save it by the same name. So we're not gonna put y'all on pause. I'm gonna do it one more again. To put y'all on pause, I gotta go through too much bull crap, and I don't feel like going through no bull crap because that stuff stank, y'all. Okay, how Congress there? Nope. And then we're gonna go here. Then we're gonna go to enter, and then I figured about another 30 seconds or so, less than a minute. We're at page 11 of 30, and now we're halfway through. So we just have to get past 25. We'll be there in a second. It still ain't the second, y'all. Second ain't happened yet. Now we passed 25, and now we just need to go 25 more pages, and we be done. Okay? Looks like we done. We done hit them 25 pages more sooner than we thought we were going to do, and so we done. So we got y'all there a lot sooner. Yes, I'm tired. I have a lot of work to do, but the work I have to do and deals with these particular statutes and codes. That's why I downloaded them. I already had them on my computer, but I couldn't find them because I have over... Oh, could it be the most beautiful thing in the world? That's me, y'all. The most beautiful thing. Plain to see. You're the reason that God made a girl. Mm-hmm. Ooh. Ow. Okay. See? No more lock. That's how you... Ladies and gentlemen, you don't need PDF editor to do it. What you can do is just save any locked document you want. Just print it as a PDF document on your computer, not on your printer. You will find that once you do that, you no longer have a lock because you printed it exactly the way. See, before I would do it the long way, the hard way, the difficult way. I would print it, but the problem with me printing it is then I would scan it back into the computer. I did it the long, round, don't want that. Whew. We are going to edit form. No, don't need that edit. I need just a copy. Where's my select text? Not there. I think this is select text. They changed it up on me, y'all. Let's see. No, that's not the select text I want. Let's do edit form. And nope, that won't let me select it either. Edit form. No, there's got to be another one. This is new. I haven't used this one before, so you guys are going to have to bear with me like a cloth. So let's do this. Oh, I see what happens. I see what happens. Okay. All right. I don't want this, but this is what it's giving me. Uh-oh, you went too far. Go back up. Oh, by the way, this is where you get the term state. How state cannot be used according to statutory interpretation to define state. That whenever you see state, when you compare it to the articles of the Constitution, it refers only to the District of Columbia and the territories. Okay? He does a very good job in explaining that to you. Okay? Rules and principles of statutory interpretation. Okay? That's the part right there, y'all. Uh-oh. That wasn't supposed to happen. Let's go back up. Uh-oh. Wait. Let's go back up. Gotta go back up, y'all. We're not gonna go back up on the whole thing. I can copy this later. Eventually, I'll just take it and I'll send it to Word. Okay, let's go one more page. Come on. One page. Uh-oh, there you go. You went too far. I said one page. Why'd you go 3 pages? Didn't go 3 pages. I only went 1 page more than I needed to. This is the part. Now we're going to Control C. And let's see if I can transfer this to Microsoft Word. If not, I'll convert it to Word. Anyway, to make this video a lot shorter, ladies and gentlemen, what I did is I took those dates of those acts of those codes, and when I took those dates of those acts of those codes and added it to my document, and I don't like this the way this is doing, but what do you expect? Okay, give me a second. I'm looking to see if it has the dates, because all I was really interested in was the dates. Nope, it don't have the dates, so it didn't copy everything I wanted. It only copied the certain sections. That's why you have the incomplete sentences. So we're gonna do that, do that, do that, and come here, and we're gonna do save as. We're gonna go down here, and we're gonna do word. Word up. This still Prince? Yeah, this is Prince singing with you. That's Prince, y'all. Y'all know Prince, don't y'all? Now, all the other times when you're trying to convert PDF to Word, it won't do it. So what you have to do is first take the PDF, print it, Microsoft PDF, and then convert it. And then you should have a much better time. The problem is most documents tend to have some sort of security on them. Don't know why people will lock up a stupid document to prevent people from altering it, they say. No. So what I did is this document right here. This is the affidavit of, let's see, the site is Sovereign Defense Ministry. Okay. And the Sovereign Defense Ministry, I don't advocate a lot of the stuff they talk about, but the document has pertinent case law in it. Just like Thomas Hart Nelson, he and I don't agree on everything, but it has very pertinent case law. So instead of me having to retype all of that case law, again, he did the same thing we did at SACOM. Instead of us having you guys go looking for this stuff all over the internet, we took all of this information, all of the information that concerns several different subjects, and we put it in one central location. That being the case, you can go to that one central location and get the information without having to go all over the internet. All right, after this video, I'm going to have to take a break because I have a headache coming on. Uh-oh, I feel another one coming on. What's up, party people in the place to be? My name is Miguel, Chief Rocker MC. I'm chilling in the place to be, you know, like cheap young ladies, diamond beso. Te eres líder y quiero samba tu nombre. Paliwaje conmigo. Pala mi paliso. You know, I'm sorry, that's Split Personality by UTFO. And yes, I have a split personality, and I have a splitting headache that's coming on. So while this is converting, I'm going to let you see. I'm going to show you the case law, and I'm going to show you how you just make simple points, and then you add the case law. Then I have one more thing to show you. I can't show you everything, so I'm going to have to pause you for a minute, because what I have to do is I have to open up an email that somebody sent me today. So hold on. Wait a minute. Where'd you go? Okay. Would you get out of here? Nobody want to see you? Okay. Hold on. Okay, ladies and gentlemen and ladies, we's back. I took care of a telephone call. Somebody was asking me some question about some pay to the order of stamp and car loans and all that stuff, and so I dealt with that call. Certain people are allowed to call me and ask me questions. That doesn't apply to none of you. This person, we have an understanding, okay? Now, if you notice, this is editable. It's in Word. We're going to go down to that section. Oh, much longer. Would you be mine? This is my girl, Gladys. Y'all know Gladys, huh? Like I said, she going through some things with that son of hers. You know, gold digger. Your children can be gold diggers too, people. Look at that. You see how that's just lining up and coming together? Look at that. Good, look at yourself in my eyes. Baby, these tears I can't hold inside. Losing you would end my life, you see. Because you mean that much to me. Whoa, whoa! Sorry, Gladys got me through a many a days, a many a years. Now I don't know if y'all can see this, okay, how all the letters are coming together. Oh, I think that is so pretty. I mean, it's like it's reading my mind and just typing it up as I'm talking right now. And just typing up all the wrong words, but it's still typing up as I'm talking. Okay, I don't need this part. Come on now. Oh, 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 oh. That's right. Woo, woo. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Like I said, music in the times past was music. Ladies and gentlemen, the only thing I'm going to do is it's not going to let me go so quickly because as you can see, it has to catch up to itself. And so while it's doing that, I need to show you something because this is important. Someone sent me this article today. This is about a case where this particular family, husband and wife, was going against the bank and its attorney. Here's the problem. They lost the case. Yeah, they used another guy. He sent the money order or payment for order of money and all that stuff that was supposed to be paid to the U.S. Treasury. And this is in Indiana, y'all. Uh, and when he did that, you see right there, they affirmed the decision of the court. Now, let me let you know what they did to this guy. I was trying to figure out why is this person sending me this junk? Because the persons didn't win, so why do I need this case? Well, it's going to help you all out in understanding something. You see, they signed this promissory note, and it was U.S. Bank was the bank that they were having a problem with. They signed a promissory note, as you see, MERS was involved, MERS, okay? And they got this guy, this person, this is public record, Marcus Linton Jr. of, what was he of, y'all? Uh-oh. I don't know why this thing is doing this. Jumping all over the place. It must be that Microsoft Word thing going on. Okay, let's get Mr. Linton. He's of Chicago. Whoa. Now, how did that happen, y'all? Because I know I was here. Well, he's out of Chicago. And he personally sent a non-certified check for $180,000. Well, if you take a look, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you this one hint. How do you do a certified check? Hmm? Okay. Pay attention. Do you notice they say a certified check? Just do your research on what constitutes a certified check. Okay? Just do your research. And you're going to see how easy that is. But it says he gave him $180,000 U.S. Bank on behalf of the. One second. I'm doing a video, so give me 1 second to pause it. No, 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 no. These individuals can wait. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be right back to you in just a second as soon as I can get control of my mouse. Maybe I need to sit in front of the computer to see. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen and ladies and gents, let that round and we're going to get your attention. Not supposed to be seeing that. Where were we? We were here showing you guys this document here. And hopefully it will let us show you that document. Yeah, there it is. Right there. And this is what we were looking for. We don't need the precise terms or the little so-called footnote symbols. We just need to correct the document. Now, hey, the Force MDs, this is Alice. Do you really want to be with me? 1 second, people. Let's see, we're going to go here. Huh, can't open the tab. Okay, let's see if it'll open up later. Not there, we got to go here. Okay, I don't need that. I need this again. Basically, what was going on in that case is that the judge was saying that the individual used a promise to pay and said that the Treasury was going to pay. What the judge was saying is that the individual was part of some redemption movement, or and that's what they're calling it now. They're no longer calling it the sovereignty movement. They're calling it the redemption theory movement. And by calling it redemption theory or sovereign theory movement, they can take away from the legitimacy of it. So that's where you guys are going to need to know the case law that was given to you. Okay, I'm trying to pull up that information. I need to pull up that. Let's close that. And let's pause you all just for a second, and we're going to let the fourth. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the gentleman who did this promissory note, this paid to the order of, this endorsement, it says on the back of the check, they called it a check. That's where you got to worry about that. You got to correct them from the very beginning by saying it is not a check. It is a tender of payment. It is a bill of exchange. Now, pay attention, for deposit EFT only. Oh, not for deposit, EFT only. Okay, that's Fred and Nina. That's the stuff we were talking about. But this was done February 2012. Okay, this was right after I put the videos out telling you guys about the pay to the order. Okay, but what happened is that U.S. Bank did not attempt to cash this check. They call it a check again. Why? Because the check has to be backed by funds on an account. Look, it says that they informed the brokers that the debt could be paid off only via certified funds, such as a money order, cashier check, or wire transfer. That is a lie. You can pay it off with an endorsed note, and they didn't do that. Okay, now we want to know. We need you all to know the rest of this stuff that they're talking about, this lawful money and the sum and the amount of blah blah blah, international bill of exchange, and they even use UNCITRAL. Okay, it says later they tried to do a promissory note through UNCITRAL. It says July 2012. That's when you guys were hearing me after I did the research on UNCITRAL, putting information out there. Most of the information here, I see the person was probably watching one of my videos and watching Fred and Nina's videos and putting the information together, especially when we were doing pay to the United States Department of the Treasury. However, look what the judge said about this individual. The trial court scheduled a hearing for October 2012, September 2012. The brokers served interrogatories requesting production of documents upon U.S. Bank and demanded a response by October 11th. The bank did not respond to either document. The trial court held the summary judgment hearing as scheduled on. The trial court granted summary judgment. Excuse me? And they don't let them bring in any information? It says they appealed. Now, this is what I want you to pay attention to. What they say about the individuals who brought this claim and how they surmised what they were doing. Now, and it talked about how the bank refused their documents, and the bank argues that it was undisputed that they had stopped paying on the promissory note. Well, that's why you tendered a promissory note. That shows your payment. See, fewer than 3 tenders of payment to U.S. Bank. Then the bank says, well, it says their arguments are confusing. No, the arguments are not confusing. They're just saying that because this is what the courts do. Now, let's give you what they're saying. They requested that the U.S. Treasury Department pay off the blockers' mortgage for them. But he didn't bring in the law saying that that's what the U.S. Treasury is supposed to do. Okay? He said acting as attorney in fact, and he was attorney in fact. He had the contract saying he was the attorney in fact. Then it says, therefore, the legal definition related to legal tender have been written by Congress to provide for the inclusion of negotiable instruments. He did all of this explaining and didn't have to explain what he was doing. He just had to put in the case law associated with it. But then he brings up HJR 192. Ladies and gentlemen, HJR 192 is not the act. It's March 9, 1933. But anyway, It says U.S. Bank has not favored us with a direct response. Okay, it says that these individuals are part of the redemptionist movement. And then it says that they're not part of that. It says their arguments are similar to the redemptionist movement. It appears arguments are an outgrowth of the so-called redemptionist movement. Who created that so-called redemptionist movement name? The courts did. They did that for all of you. And they talk about what the redemptionists believe. Even though these guys never talked about a straw man or about the government paying citizens, holding them as collateral for debt and all of that stuff, ladies and gentlemen, nobody brought up any of that information. It says, although there is no information about redemptionist movement in the brief or the trial record, we are permitted to refer to factual information outside the record based upon published sources we have discovered that we cite with specificity in order to provide a background information for essential to thorough and fair consideration of the case. Ladies and gentlemen, they did this with Citibank Mortgage in another case in 2012. That's not factual information. That's not background information on this case because none of this information that they're introducing is involved in this case. And I promise you they didn't know what to do. Okay. It said another court observed that the adherents to this theory assert that the government first set up these fictitious accounts in the initial amount of $630,000 for each person at birth. Excuse me? When did anybody say that? Closely related to redemption theory is the vapor theory. Now, vapor, they call it the vapors, which also seems to play into the role of the blockers argument. Vapor theory, or no money lent, is the theory that the banks never lent money, that they are sitting up here creating money out of thin air. Okay, vapor theory, making them invalid, void ab initio. This is why they lost the case, because the judge decided that because of their arguments, they were bringing this up. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where, oh, I told y'all I'm not playing this song on my videos. Okay, this is Let's Get It On with that young man, Marvin Gaye. Not on my videos, sorry. Let's get back to this document right here as soon as it pulls up. This is the case law you're going to introduce. You're going to introduce the facts. As we told you guys, the information about the bankruptcy that we told you about. Okay, that's the information you're going to introduce. Why? Because these are the facts that they can't say are based on redemptionist theories or vapor theories. Redemption theories, vapor theories, those theories are created by the courts. Those are not created by the people who come into court. See, when you give them facts and conclusions of law, it's no longer a theory. Okay, but you have to kill the presumption before the presumption gets started. So what you do is you take that case, and we're not going to be able to open up this document, so we're going to have to go to the PDF, okay, which is this document. You have to kill the presumption before the presumption gets started. How do you kill the presumption? Well, you say that you're not familiar with redemption theory. You're only familiar with the facts of the case. That the Constitution says this, and you bring out these points, these little simple points about when these laws came into effect and all of that. And you don't have to bring up all the little stuff in the middle, but if you want to, you can. And then you bring up his footnotes because he did the research for you. Again, that's Thomas Clark Nelson, a lot of work, a lot of research. And when you look at the one about the driver's license, you will see this one right here, and he does another one. There's another one besides the driver's license. He does an affidavit with it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is right here, the contents of the affidavit. You'll see that Thomas Clark Nelson says that to this day, nobody has ever questioned or called into question his documents, that they have survived every argument in the court. Why? Because he gave them their facts and conclusions of law. He gives you an affidavit, tells you, now I'm not saying that this works. Okay, this thing about the driver's license, not telling you that it works. I'm saying if you want to take a look at it, go back to the beginning of the video, look at where the site is, get the information. I'm just putting this information out there for those of you who think this information may be helpful, who need the case law to go with your documents, who need the case law to put together your arguments, to put together your templates, to put together your motions. That's why I'm putting this out there. Okay, with that being said, I'm going to have all of you have a good day. I got a lot of more work to go do, and I'm going to go take care of that and let you guys go take care of what you got to take care of. So have a, Patti LaBelle in the background, singing If You Ask Me To. Have a good day, have a good night, have a good life, have a goodbye.